Story from a G. By the way, I don't own the rights to this music in the background, so I just want to give a little story why I put a female at such a high level in society and my own personal feelings. I think man comes from God's blood. I think a female comes from God's rib. Stating that we have to learn how to be humble to something before we can be humble to our greatest thing, that's God. And right now I feel a female's a goddess, okay? The rib has the marrow to be able to produce blood for 7 days, God's blood. That's why a woman has a period. And when she's not bleeding, that blood goes into a womb and create a fetus. The womb of a woman is the womb. The feet of a female is the fetus that comes from that womb. Understanding that and accepting that. I mean, she has godlike powers. Any creature that can bleed for 7 days, carry a child for 9 months, and live through a birth. I'm telling you right now, if I was bleeding, went to the hospital, and they told me to go home, and told me I'd be okay in 7 days, I'm not leaving the hospital. And carry a child for 9 months? Oh man, come on. Mentally, emotionally, a man can't even be able to comprehend that and deal with that. And then look, I'm telling you, 9 months, if I am not pushing that child out, if Scotty can't beam it out, the child ain't coming out. Plain and simple. So mental, emotion, we can't deal with the whole thought of it. And then live through a birth, I am signing do not resuscitate orders. I do not want to see the damage. And women give, what, 5 kids, 6 kids? Amazing creatures. They are a goddess. Man don't carry no capabilities on any level of that. The natural born, we're only from God's blood. We stand in front of a woman as a man. We stand towards a woman as a gentleman. We take to our knees. A woman stands towards us as a lady. When she stands and turns to God, she's a goddess. Then it's the child. Then it's God, the hand of God. Simple. Man, woman, and child. The hand of God. At any time, God can reach out and grab his child. Next is woman. The position of a man. You got to realize he may be facing earth this way as a man, but when he turns, he's a gentleman. You put him back up, he takes to his knees. For a woman, for a lady, child, and God. You got to learn how to play humble somewhere. You can't, you ain't gonna be able to do it elsewhere. And that's the most important. God will never accept a man standing in front of him. A man is a symbol of strength. A gentleman accepts his opposite side of himself. Learn how to be comfortable on his most weakest point. God is my savior and my protector. There's no need for me to be strong. There's no need for me to stand strong. I take to my knees. I practice with a lady first. I'll never get on my knees as a gentleman for a woman. Too much man in her. I would never get on my knees for a female. Too much male in her. Only one part of her that does not carry a man and male, and that's the lady. And I will give my gentleness to a lady. And most men don't call themselves gentlemen, ladies. So that's you to create in your essence. You create his G, the genie that you want to come out that bottle, and the essence of your woo, your fee, and the girl in you. And only a lady can receive the gentleness of a gentleman. That spot between your legs, a man is a symbol is tough. A gentleman is a symbol is gentle. What is that spot between your legs where the most beautiful things come from there? Is that a tough spot or a gentle spot? Apply the appropriate combination. I'll tell a man in a minute, it's okay for a woman to go out on the street and act like a man. She has man in her. It's okay for a female to go out on the street and act like a male, mentally, emotionally, and physically. She has male in her. If you do not want her acting like a man and a male, you take the man and male out of her by becoming her man, becoming that male. Let her go back into her woo and her fee. And from there, she become your lady. Ladies, don't let him call you a man. Don't want to be a woman for him. Don't call him your man, because look, God said it's not your right to sit there and say it's bad men out there. Would you sit there and say your God said something bad? It's just not right for you. There's a lot of good men out there. You're just looking for the right one for you. It's not right for me to go around and say there's a lot of bad women out there. Who am I to sit there and say God created something bad? It's just not right for me. I'm not right for it. I might be right for it, but it's not right for me. And I can't stay there for it if it's not right for me. You got to learn how to see yourself before you can truly love someone else. You got to love yourself, see yourself, understand yourself before you can love or see someone else. The truth. And is it really about seeing them? You got to learn how to see yourself and others. There's going to be many different versions of you. Everybody else going to bring a certain version out of who you are. Ask yourself, do you like yourself? If you like yourself, you keep doing yourself. Understand it. It's really simple and easy. It's true enjoyment of life. But my true appreciation for a female is I believe she is a mini god. She's a goddess. It's wrong for a man to call himself a god. But it's okay for a woman to call herself a goddess and for us to look at her as a goddess. She has godlike powers. She can bleed for 7 days, carry a child for 9 months, and live through a birth. Okay? The woo of her is the kryptonite to a man. The fee of her is the kryptonite to the male. What is our kryptonite to them? It's the G in our gentleness. The gentleman is the kryptonite to a lady. She let go of her man in herself and the male in herself, and she becomes that lady. And in order for us to connect with her, we got to mature our gentleness. And the easiest way to do that, anything a man won't do, you go do. And learn the opposite side of yourself. When you do that, then you got a superpower. Most men don't talk. Ask a bunch of women. Ask what's one of the biggest problems in a relationship. Do a man talk or don't talk? Most of them will say he don't talk. Ladies, when you find one that talks, you got to learn how to listen, because you don't know how to listen because men haven't been talking. Think about it. You can't argue the contents of that. To argue with a gentleman is showing too much man. A lady is a nurturing creature. She knows how to adapt. She practices that in her woo and her feet. She knows how to submit in certain things when a man is trying. Be careful of the words you use. Women, you are great chameleons. Every man that came in your life, you became a different woman. Most men are stubborn. They don't know how to become something different. It's something you got to learn how to practice in the G. Y'all been practicing for many times. You dated a hockey player? Envision this. You're going to speak words of a hockey. And the man you dating now, he rides horsebacks. You don't want to hear no words about hockey. Don't bring that into your next relationship, the next you. Strip yourself down, recreate yourself. No different. You don't want another man's woman, and he don't want another man's lady. So each one of y'all meet each other. You meet him as a female, he meets you as a male. He create the ideal man for you. You create the ideal woman for him. You got to make sure the woman you're creating is the woman that you're going to like. You got to make sure the man that he's creating is the man he's going to like. And that is your cocoon stage. That's where you date and learn each other. You learn the new creations of yourself. And you enjoy one another. And then you never commit to that cocoon. You commit to a cocoon as a cow to butter. That caterpillar went into that cocoon stage and never manifests to the full butterfly because you committed to too soon. Most people think the eyes of a caterpillar is going to be the same place with a butterfly, but it's not. The eyes of the butterfly are going to come out of the ass of the caterpillar. And if it didn't fully develop, you're going to have an ass at both ends and eyes on both ends. You're going to have your face coming out your ass coming out your face. And you don't know which one is which. So you got to truly wait till it develops into that butterfly. Commit to it then. Women are more mental, emotionally sound than a man. And his gentleness, that's where he practiced that part. When a man looks at a woman, he sees her on a physical level. Majority of men. You got to know what majority so you can see the minority, the individual, the one that doesn't. A woman's an alpha. A man is a mutt. He's got the pack mentality. A minnow, a school of fish. They never leave the pack. They keep their names. They stay. A woman goes off. She creates her own new world, own new family. She by herself. She goes by herself. She goes start something new. She got to take her place. Understand, she is truly a goddess. In the heavens, she's the goddess. On earth, she's the lady. The highest thing a female can be. Understand your manifestation. You're born as a female. That's your caterpillar. Your cocoon is your girl and a woman. You can learn as a girl. You can learn as many different women. Every man can bring out a different woman in you. You don't want to stay in your woman form, and only a mother teaches you how to be a strong female and a strong woman. When you learn how to be that strong female woman, you don't become so strong that you're no longer a woman. You become a woman. You're no longer a female. You become a female. Your man, your male grows much more bigger than your woo and your feet. You can't fit back in it because when a man comes into your life, you're supposed to let him take over the man in you, and you go back into your woo. You let take over the male in you, you go back into your feet. But if you can't fit back in there till your man and your males grew bigger than your woo and your feet, then it's gonna be, that's too much man in you, that's too much male. Both of y'all can't fit in there. It's gonna be a fight. You have to be willing to let go. You're gonna have to find a man that can handle the man in you. If you can't handle it, you're gonna be irritated. You're more mature, you're gonna know soon. If you choose to sit in that relationship and suffer, and like I said, never ask God for a man. God been sending many good men in this world. They just gotta find the right one for you. When you leave the house every day, you say, God, I know there's a lot of men out there. Let there be one gentleman. You can go tell 1 million people that you're looking for a gentleman. Good luck with that. The one thought is who's gonna help you get that. And the only person who can read that thought is God. But anyway, this is my little mental thoughts I wanted to share. I hope they make sense. And if anything I can go more in detail, please let me know. Happy New Year 2020. Let's have a good one.